lot of my money comes from my top spenders. Charlie, he's one of my top biggest spenders. He is the biggest spender. He spent 4.7 million in the course of a year. And I love him. He's awesome. And he's just super nice guy.
Have you spoken to him? Like, do you do like a video chat with him? Have you actually
I haven't yet, just through OnlyFans, we talk.
Wow. And you know, to me, if somebody's doing that, they are obsessed with you. I mean, it's an addiction.
Since the dawn of civilization, one truth has echoed through time. Men have often been driven by desire, and women have often understood the power of that desire. This is not a condemnation of women, nor an exoneration of men. It is an observation, a truth about human nature, power dynamics, and the psychological warfare that often occurs beneath the surface of modern relationships. Throughout history, men have gone to war, built empires, and written poetry, all in the name of women. Some of the greatest creations and the darkest downfalls have been inspired by the pull of feminine allure. There is a sacred beauty in this, but also a profound danger when it becomes unbalanced. In the age of social media, OnlyFans, Instagram models, and constant visual stimulation, the age-old power that women have held over men has evolved. It has become sharper, more calculated, more profitable. Today, many women have learned, consciously or subconsciously, that their ability to seduce is not just an innate gift, but a weapon. One that can extract attention, money, validation, and submission from men who are ruled by their lust. It's important to pause here. This is not an attack on women. Not all women do this, and those who do are merely playing the game that society has allowed, encouraged, even applauded. But to truly understand what is happening, men must look inward, not outward. The problem is not the seduction. The problem is submission to seduction. The problem is not the women who wield the weapon, but the men who hand over the sword. Why do women take advantage of men's lust? Because men let them. Because too many men have allowed their biological urges to override their logic, their discipline, and their self-respect. Too many men have given up their sovereignty in exchange for the illusion of intimacy. They mistake lust for love, attention for affection, and validation for value. They chase, they beg, they pay, they simp. They forget who they are, and in doing so, they become easy to control. This isn't just a relationship issue. This is a spiritual crisis, a psychological collapse. Because when a man loses control of his mind to the desires of his body, he becomes a slave to the world around him. He loses his purpose, his edge, his power. The truth is, when a woman realizes that her appearance alone can open wallets, buy her followers, and attract desperate attention, it can be intoxicating. Why work for something when it comes so easily? Why pursue depth when the world rewards surface? But again, we must ask, who rewards that surface? Men do. The average man today spends hours scrolling through pictures of women he will never touch, never know, never understand. He pours his energy into fantasies instead of goals. He confuses attraction with admiration and ends up elevating women who offer nothing beyond physical beauty. And what does he get in return? Emptiness, regret, weakness. This is not about shaming desire. Lust is natural. Attraction is powerful. But they are meant to be servants, not masters. When lust drives a man, it drives him off a cliff. When a man drives his lust, he becomes unstoppable. Women who weaponize seduction only succeed when men surrender. The moment a man chooses self-control over self-indulgence, the game changes. He is no longer easily manipulated, no longer a pawn on someone else's board. And this is the foundation of masculine power, discipline. A man who controls himself cannot be controlled. If you are a man listening to this, ask yourself honestly, how much time have you wasted chasing women who don't care about you? How much energy have you given to people who only wanted your money, your attention, or your weakness? Now imagine what your life would look like if you redirected that energy. If you chased purpose instead of pleasure. If you built your body, your mind, your craft. If you stopped looking for validation from women who don't even respect you. Women respect power, not desperation. Women respect men who have standards, not men who will chase anything in a skirt. There is an ancient principle that still holds true today. When a man walks in his purpose, women come to him. Not all women, but the right women. Women who are not intimidated by his strength, but inspired by it. Men must stop chasing lustful women, because most lustful women are not seeking love, they are seeking leverage. They understand how to manipulate your biology to control your behavior. And if you let them, they will hollow you out. They will take what they want and leave you wondering why you feel so empty. The solution is not to hate women. The solution is not to blame women. The solution is to become a man who cannot be manipulated. This means practicing discipline. It means raising your standards. It means walking away from situations that insult your intelligence, even if they excite your body. This is the path of kings, of warriors, of creators. You were not born to beg. You were not born to be distracted. You were not born to be a servant to your own urges. You were born to lead, to build, to conquer. But you cannot do that if you are chasing women who don't even chase their own character. Understand this. You are not obligated to give your attention to every attractive woman. You are not weak just because you feel desire. You become weak only when you let desire dictate your life. Women who weaponize their beauty are only dangerous to men who have no defense. And the defense is purpose, clarity, strength. Every time you resist the urge to chase, you grow. Every time you choose your goals over your temptations, you win. Every time you refuse to give energy to someone who hasn't earned your respect, you rise. The world is full of distractions, and the most dangerous distractions come dressed as everything you ever wanted. But remember, the man who sees through the illusion is the man who becomes the master of his reality. This is your call to evolve, to rise above the games, to stop letting lust control your decisions, to stop giving your power to people who don't deserve it. You were not made to be a slave to seduction. You were made to master your mind, your body, and your destiny. So let the world seduce the weak. Let others chase what shines. But you chase what matters. Because in the end, when the beauty fades and the games get old, all that remains is the man you chose to become. Choose strength, choose wisdom, choose purpose, and let your life speak louder than your desires ever could.